In your opinion, what the international community and Europe could do to face the refugee crisis? Thank you.
Well, I think the refugee crisis has really surprised Europe. It didn't really expect to have such numbers coming into Europe. But we've always had refugees down through history, and other countries are dealing with millions of refugees. So I think it is wonderful that some of the European countries are bringing in the refugees and helping them find food, shelter, jobs, integrating them into their communities. And that is the humane and the proper thing to do. But even just as important is we have to ask the question, why are so many people fleeing their homes? What's the root of this exodus out of one country to a country into Europe? And I think we know that because of wars, we've had the Afghani war, we have got the Iraqi war, we've got Libyan war, we have a proxy war in Syria. But you know, wars create refugees, wars destroy countries, they destroy homes, they leave people with little hope, they force people to pack up and leave with their little children to somewhere where it's safe. So I think the big question is we have to stop war and invasion and occupation of these countries, end wars and end militarism, which is teaching people to kill each other instead of teaching people to solve human problems in a humane way. So the refugee crisis challenges Europe to make a choice. Are you going down the road of NATO and militarism? Or are you going down the road of taking care of the refugees, solving the poverty issues, solving the human issues, which are solvable as long as we're not making war? So it's a big opportunity for us all to rethink, where's Europe going? Where's the world going? Where's the human family going? And to have different priorities for our enormous resources. Because the world's rich, we're not poor, but we're just putting the money into the wrong things.
Ms. Maguire, I'm Ilaria Salvino Alboni, student in Media and Communication at SIOI, Italy. My question is, could you give advice to young people? How can they concretely achieve peace in a world destroyed by huge conflicts and bloody crises? Thank you.
Well, young people have a wonderful opportunity to really begin to change the world and to change the policies in many of our governments, which are destroying through wars, through economic injustice, through invasions. Young people can challenge these policies of their governments and have them change to different policies. The UN has just produced a 17-point sustainable program. And if you look at that program, it will give you as young people an indication how we build peace. It deals with the environment, economic injustice, refugees, wars, and start implementing this program and asking your governments to implement this program to peace, ending poverty by the year 2030. We can do that. But what we need to do is take the money out of militarism and wars and put the money into human security, education, healthcare, the environment. These things we can solve when we have the political will and the resources to do that. And I think that's the task for young people, to deal with the real root causes of violence and teach peace.